So, welcome to this episode of Not So Graceful Cooking. We're making... Emily's here, by the way. We're making banana oatmeal drops, except we're making them into mini muffins.
What are we making? Which
banana
one?
Oatmeal drops.
This one.
And we're making them into mini muffins instead of cookies.
But why, Grace? Why are you being so different and breaking the mold?
Because, so here's one of our cookie pans, and it's not being used. But then here's the other cookie pan. It has Rice. Here's the other cookie pan. It has Rice Krispie treats on it.
With 2 cups of chocolate on top.
So, instead of making my life more difficult and having to wait longer to make the cookies, because I want to watch Sherlock, I'm making muffins. And I figured my crew would like them better. I'm making these for my crew because tomorrow's Mr. Wilson's 34th birthday.
Aww.
So what we need to make banana oatmeal drops is a cup and a quarter of oats. I don't have a cup and 3/4 of oats. I only have a cup and a quarter. I don't care that much. And we need a cup and a half of flour.
Or just that whole thing.
Or the entire thing if you really want to taste flour. Did you see the new Modern Kitchen? Where they made banana bread?
It was funny.
It was really funny.
You should watch it.
It was Hannah and Grace.
Not yet, I don't think.
You should watch it.
A cup of sugar.
Or the whole thing, if you really want it sweet.
A cup of mashed bananas. I already have 2. I haven't mashed them yet because they're still pretty frozen. So like medium sized, 2 or 3 of them. It depends on how banana-y you want them. I like mine to be banana-y.
Are we putting chocolate chips in here?
3/4 of a cup of shortening. So
That's
Crisco.
weird.
Well, I cut it from another one.
Oh.
1 egg. The egg's over there.
No boxes of mac and cheese.
No boxes of mac and cheese. Sarah's making mac and cheese.
I'm hungry.
Salt, which I never put in my stuff. Cinnamon. A
Smonin.
teaspoon of cinnamon.
Smonin.
Half a teaspoon
Of nutmeg.
baking soda.
Nutmeg.
And 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. There we go. And the recipe says, okay, this is what the recipe says. Half a cup
Story
of chopped
time.
nuts or raisins. Those are like the things you put in them. We're going to put chocolate chips in them, but we're going to put in more than half a cup. We're going to eyeball it. So you should heat the oven to 400, which I have done, and it's ready to have stuff in it, but the bananas are still frozen. So these bananas are frozen because they were in the freezer. So
They're gonna look like that.
they're cold.
But they peel so nicely.
They do peel very nicely. So here are your bananas, and with a fork, you mash it. Okay, your bananas are all mushed together.
Looks like pudding.
Okay, so bananas are all mushed.
Gross looking.
Mushed and smushed.
Great baby food. If you have a baby, just feed them this.
Just straight up bananas.
Straight up, just feed them straight up banana. They won't be able to tell.
Note
Now
to
you
self,
wanna
Mr.
put
Wilson.
your bananas in to
The dark abyss known as the mixing bowl.
yes, and then you want to put
Stuff in this.
everything else in. So your oats, your 1.5 cups of flour.
You want to get out of your sister's way because you're in the way, but there's no other way you can film it.
Want me to film?
Take the thing. I can't do this.
Put it on the dog thingy. Not on the dog, but on the dog's thingy.
Put it on the dog.
What was it, 1.5?
Oh, Sarah, I'm steam cleaning the floor when Grace is done. So don't step on it.
Too late.
Step.
That's better.
1. and a half. Quick way to measure your stuff is you take your cup and you take whatever you're measuring. So in this case it's sugar, and you just scoop it.
Like so.
And when you have it full, where's the thingy?
What thingy?
Here's the scoopy thingy. And then like taking the scoopy thingy or a knife or
a
something,
scoopy
scrape off the extra, and then dump it in.
thingy. The scoopy pooper.
Because otherwise you gotta use like your scooper or your spoon, and you gotta do it like that, and it takes more time.
Nobody likes that.
And who? Ain't no one got the time for that.
And nobody gets out of
Like,
that.
I got homework to do.
You mean Tumblr?
No, Sherlock. Okay, now you add your shortening, very scientifically, very precisely. You unwrap it, and you let it plop. Make sure to take out the wrapper.
No.
And you need an egg. Here's the egg.
Beat the
Egg. Crack.
Mom does something a little weird.
So now you have your teaspoon of cinnamon, and you dump it in, and then it says only to put a teaspoon in, but I'm putting in more. And then your half a teaspoon of baking soda in, and your,
You got nutmeg on the counter.
that's cinnamon,
Oh, never mind.
your quarter of a teaspoon of nutmeg. To be 100% honest, I've never used a nutmeg in anything except for this recipe. And then you mix it all together. Because we had a lot of powder dry stuff, I did it slowly, so I turned it on and off and on and off and on and off and on and off.
It seems like Gracie lost me.
That's your problem. And then get this.
It already smells like greatness.
And turn it off. Scrape off the beater. And scrape off the spoon. This is really cold.
Is it because of the bananas? The no-nos? Grace? I feel really bad for Miss Plath. She had a fever yesterday. And she had to come into school because she had to watch my classmates perform monologues.
And you're gonna let that mix together. While that's mixing together, clean up.
Clean up, clean up. Everybody be sure. Clean up, clean up. I don't remember the rest of the song.
So now we have this much chocolate chips,
I have mac and cheese.
and
Not really.
we have our mixture. And we're going to scrape off the beater again. But after you're done comforting your table, take your chocolate chips, or your raisins, or your craisins, or whatever you're putting in your stuff, and take the bowl, it's called, off of your thingy.
Yes.
And
Guesstimate! Close enough.
that's a half a cup.
Yep. Because we said so.
And then using, ooh, I gotta go get my piggy.
You want me to stop recording?
No.
Never mind.
There were a lot of spiders on TV.
And they're all like brown recluses. Some of the big fucking creepy ones that are all like, hey, I'm gonna bite you and necrotize your flesh.
Just to calm yourself.
I was like, oh, this is no big deal. And then they're like, big honking, oh my god.
Like the ones in the
Okay.
basement.
Using your pig scraper that you just got from your bedroom.
They're big but harmless. Brown recluses are smaller but...
Okay, and then you're gonna take your tray, your full one, your 2 full ones, or however much you have. I just so happen to have 2. And you're gonna put it in the oven, like I said, at 400 degrees for 10-ish minutes, or until they are done. And they will be done because they will be golden brown and delicious. But you should still set your timer to like 10 minutes. So you have a rough estimate. Okay, so that's what they should look like when you're done. They're nice and golden brown on the edges, and they look delicious. The other one's still in the oven because it was on the bottom rack. But they should be done fairly soon. They're almost done. In the meantime, you can clean your dishes and plan dinner, and then when you're done making them, you should let them cool down a little bit, but take them out as soon as you can. I'd suggest maybe doing that with like a spoon, just because it kind of gets at the bottom. And then when you're done making them, go watch Sherlock. There's no reason why you shouldn't be watching Sherlock.
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't.